YouTube was good. It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Crazy Off. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead and hit doggone subscribe button. Hit notification bell every time I post a new content. I I'm calling, or I named this one name switching for one reason only. And for the most part, you could be like, okay, well, a lot of y'all maybe like, oh, well, he better to talk about slavery, so-called slavery. But that's not the case here, right? Because it's almost like when you look at things, when you like when shit is presented to you, right? And then the average motherfucker will act like really just take it and run with it, right? But after after careful investigations, after actually really looking at what has been presented, a lot of what has been said is nothing more than a sample. Now, not to actually really be like, okay, well, not to say that I'm actually really trying to clown people here, because people be like, okay, well, hey, guess what? I'm just here to make you think, and and I'll be the first one to tell you, right? I love that brother. I love what he's actually really saying, right? But and then again, I don't know. Maybe I'm actually really looking at this totally and completely wrong. But it's just like what he said, right? I'm just here to make you think, right? So maybe just maybe, well, maybe to it. But I'm just like I'm just like, okay, well, if you are just here to make me think, okay, so how deep do you want me to think, right? Because the whole thing is this, right? I can sit, you can, we can sit up and say, hey, guess what? We was already here. I get all that, but the whole thing about being Native American, being Indian, or whatever the case may be, right? I know about the whole Turtle Island thing. I get all that, but I guess what I'm actually really trying to get at, I'm actually really trying to get at a couple of people, right? That because I'm gonna tell you something, that Dan Calloway, at least you have enough about yourself to show your face, so people can actually really see you, who the fuck you really are. But unlike some people on YouTube, of one that is actually really active, right? And then there's one that I actually really ain't heard from in a while. But then again, once I can really stop and think about it for a minute, I can really understand why I ain't heard from this bastard in a while, because of what he called himself, it acts like really a person that is non-existent, and then the next person that I'm talking about is something that if you keep in the oven a little bit too long, or in the grease a little bit too long, you're gonna get the burnt version of it, right? And I guess that's the only reason why a lot of people don't decide they actually really want to show themselves why they on YouTube, right? But my whole deal is this. Let's go back to the whole name switching thing. Out of the 12, out of everybody that is here, right? Whether you are the same color as me, a little bit darker, whatever the case may be, right? We all come from a tribe of 12. Now, depending on what tribe that you actually really fall under, which there wasn't no identification, wasn't no goddamn ID card at the time. And it's just for the simple fact, once you know who the fuck you really are, you don't need no goddamn ID card. Because family, true family, they already know who the fuck you are. Right? And it's just for the simple fact that if you need that, then there's something seriously wrong with you. Plain and simple. So my whole deal is this, people. We, for the most part, we know who the fuck we are. We know where the fuck we come from. Right? But my thing is this. You only hearing samples. You only hear samples of the original song. Right? I mean, because, and then we can be like, okay, well, where did you sample that from? And then you can be like, okay, well, I got this from such and such. Okay, well, where the fuck did they get it from? Right? And then again, it could be for the simple fact that he already said it, and for the most part, maybe I'm not actually really seeing it like I was supposed to. But then again, maybe I am, because here's the deal. The original 12, and I'm talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Jacob, it wasn't Jacob. Damn, I can't call it right now, but well, Abraham. No, it was Abraham. Abraham had 12 sons, right? It was either Abraham that had 12 sons, Jacob had. Y'all gonna have to really excuse me right now, but just know one of the two had 12 sons, and out of those 12 sons, 12 tribes came out of that. Right? Now, you had, and for the most part, I really don't like doing this, right? But if you can actually really look at it, right, minus the doggone constellations, we're not really worried about that right now, but I'm actually really want you to look at those are the 12 sons right there. And so, as usual, see, here's the original song right here. Here's the original song. Here's everybody that's actually really motherfucking involved. Right here. This is the original song. But everybody, they want to actually really sample off of the original song. Right? They won't listen. They will look, people. They will never go this goddamn far. Okay, plain and simple. But just know the original 12, and I said this a while back when Whoopi Goldberg got in all that goddamn trouble, right? And then everybody was hollering about Jew this, Jew that, Jew the other. And I told y'all where the origin of the Jew come from. I told you that. So again, I get tired of hearing samples of the original song. Let me hear the original song. I mean, I know what the original song is, or at least I have a pretty good idea of what the original song is. So for everybody that's actually like really trying to say, to give samples of the original song, how about you play the original song and stop name switching? Call us what the fuck we really are. And I said this years ago. I'm not black. I'm not Indian. I'm not motherfucking Native American. Because my people were already here. So stop calling me motherfucking Native American. Stop calling me motherfucking Indian. How about you just call me a grown-ass man that was here before all this shit started? Right? I was here before there was a United States of America. I was here before it was the so-called continent of Africa. Guess what? I was here when it wasn't no goddamn earth. Right? I was here from the beginning. And this is why I call myself the doggone crazy uncle. Because I have sense enough to know that I created all of this shit. And just know this, right? Look at this brush here. And then look at me. Guess what? Me and this brush and every goddamn thing else got here the exact same way. You don't believe me? Go read the first book of Genesis. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dad, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross street around the corner. Paulus Harris, a.k.a. the crazy uncle. And yeah, I'm most definitely crazy on this one. Because a lot of y'all ain't going to go back and read what the fuck I just told you to read. Ain't none of y'all finna go back and listen to the original song. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers be like, well, what the fuck is the original song? Bitch, I just told you. Till next time.